Success is a logic teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they cannot lose. It's fine to celebrate success, but it's more important to heed the lessons of failure. If you cannot make it good, at least make it look good. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Technology is just a tool in terms of getting the kids working together and motivating them. The teacher is the most important. As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. Be nice to nerds. Chances are you will end up working for one. We all need people who give us feedback. That's how we improve. Television is not real life. In real life, people actually have to leave the coffee shop and go to jobs. Expectations are a form of first class truth. If people believe it, it's true. The general idea of the rich helping the poor, I think, is important. Of my mental cycles, I devote maybe 10% to business thinking. Business is not that complicated. Life is not divided into semesters. You don't get summers off, and very few employers are interested in helping you find yourself. We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. Don't let yourself be lulled into inaction. I am a great believer that any tool that enhances communication has profound effect in terms of how people can learn from each other and how they can achieve the kind of freedoms that they are interested in. I believe in innovation and that the way you get innovation is you fund research and you learn the basic facts. Everyone needs a coach. It does not matter whether you are a basketball player, a tennis player, a gymnast, or a bridge player. I really had a lot of dreams when I was a kid, and I think a great deal of that grew out of the fact that I had a chance to read a lot. I am a big believer that as much as possible, and there's obviously political limitations. Freedom of migration is a good thing. I believe that if you show people the problems and show them the solutions, they will be moved to act. This is a fantastic time to be entering the business world because business is going to change more in the next 10 years than it has in the last 50. Our success has really been based on partnership from the very beginning. Until we are educating every kid in a fantastic way, until every inner city is cleaned up, there is no shortage of things to do. If you think your teacher is thug, wait until you get a boss. He does not have tenure. If I had some set idea of finish line, don't you think I would have crossed it years ago? We have got to put a lot of money into changing behavior. I do think this next century, hopefully, will be about a more global view, where you don't just think, yes, my country is doing well, but you think about the world at large. There is a certain responsibility that occurred to me when I got to this unexpected position. I have been struck again and again by how important measurement is to improving the human condition. I believe the returns on investment in the poor are just as exciting as successes achieved in the business arena, and they are even more meaningful. Whether I am at the office, at home, or on the road, I always have a stack of books I am looking forward to reading. In business, the idea of measuring what you are doing, picking the measurements that count like customer satisfaction and performance, you thrive on that. Effective philanthropy requires a lot of time and creativity, the same kind of focus and skills that building a business requires. We make the future sustainable when we invest in the poor, not when we insist of their suffering. To win big, you sometimes have to take big risks. Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. I studied everything but never topped. But today, the toppers of the best universities are my employees. In my view, investing in public libraries is an investment in the nation's future. Business is a money game with few rules and a lot of risks. The vision is about empowering workers, giving them all the information about what's going on so they can do a lot more than they have done in the past. Life is not fair. Get used to it. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. A bad strategy will fail no matter how good your information is, and a lame execution will stymie a good strategy. If you do enough things poorly, you will go out of business. If you are born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's your mistake. Money has no utility to me beyond a certain point. I am not in competition with anyone but myself. My goal is to improve myself continuously. Power comes not from knowledge kept but from knowledge shared.